Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to put a message for the collective now with the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Let's have a guidance message for our Tuesday. That Rebel deck can be quite harsh. So let's bring it back to soul level now. What's going on for the collective? What I'd like to come through today, what's our guidance message? Okay, so we have one more shuffle to go, and then we are ready. Let's go. So for the collective, this card is forever turning in the deck. I'm going to continue shuffling. That was our reminder. Perhaps I shall read this message again because perhaps the word needs to be heard. Okay. Perhaps the word needs to be heard. Well, the word is always truth. The word is always truth. Truth is always what needs to be heard. So what words want to be written today? Someone wants to write this message to you today. These words that they are inspired to say. Pandora's gift in the world, not of the world. So this is our messages for today. 222. Okay. So let's remind ourselves of our inspiration. An idea has captured your attention or will do so very soon. It may be a grand vision or the vague sense of something that could be. You are being encouraged to accept the vision, the idea, or the inspiration as it is important to your creative and spiritual growth. Also, it is possible. The bee is bringing you healing, medicine, wisdom from nature to aid the message of the oracle of inspiration. The bee is a powerful spirit totem. Bees are able to fly with wings that are significantly small in proportion to their heavier bodies. They can do so because of the sheer speed with which their wings move. Your idea, even if it seems like a big substantial plan that might be difficult to get off the ground and up and running, can succeed. You will attract great helpers to you, and the earth will support the success of this project, idea, or vision, because it is about helping the greater good as well as your own growth and development. When the Earth Mother lends you nature wisdom to support your healing and growth, you know you have an exceptionally powerful ally to your cause. Let this bring you confidence. If you have also drawn the After the Storm card, consider the message amplified. Well, in this reading we did not pull that card. However, in the cheeky unicorn message that we had earlier, we were talking all about that storm, that electrical current, that pulse, that storm that was erupting. Will allow inspiration to fill you with enthusiasm, an expectation of magic and marvelous synchronicity as people, situations and opportunities fall into place to help bring your inspiration into reality. This idea has the potential to flower into so much more than you realize. It has great potential. It can become something that feeds and nourishes others on their creative and personal healing paths too. It has the quality of a mission and is so much more than one singular idea. When an inspiration comes from the greater creative intelligence of the universe, even when it makes itself known as an idea coming through a human source, all that is needed to bring it into being will be available at the right time. For the human channel of the idea, it is just a matter of being open, receptive, trusting, and enthusiastic about what has come through. Everything required for each step will be naturally attracted to support the success of the project according to divine timing. The healing process below will help you manifest the support needed for your inspiration to take flight. This oracle also comes with the message that you are a vehicle for inspiration. You are meant to think and do things differently. You are capable of receiving fresh ideas that are not so out there or different that they stop being practical, helpful, and wonderful. You are being asked to avoid the trap of doubting your ideas are special or interesting enough. Your inspiration comes direct from the universal creative source, and you are being asked to believe and recognize the signature of great intelligence within your inspirational ideas and creative urges, and to act accordingly. To sum up, this card indicates that sweet success, like abundant honey, is coming your way through your commitment to and development of an idea that you have already had or will soon receive. See it through to the end. Believe. So let's complete this healing process just before I continue with the rest of our message. The universal creative energy, the universal creative life source energy, the creator, the universe. They want you to receive this message. So the healing process, place your hands in prayer position at your heart, or lay them on your lap with palms facing upwards in a gesture of receiving. Say aloud, may my inspired idea be blessed by the creative intelligence and love of this universe. May the perfection of divine timing govern the unfolding of this idea into its most beautiful and fulfilling form. May this idea attract the most nourishing people, situations, and opportunities, so that it may live out its destiny to make a positive contribution to the world. Through sacred genius, love, and grace, so be it. When you are ready, sit quietly and say, I commit myself, body, heart, mind, and soul, to that which will illuminate me with golden inspiration and uplift me and those around me with love. I am open to receive all the support and protection needed to truly honour this commitment. So be it. Rest for a moment to complete this healing process. If you notice imagery of bees, actual bees or people dressed like them, stranger things have happened. When you are out and about, Know that this is the universe playfully confirming your healing through this oracle. Pandora's gift. There is a mythic woman, much maligned throughout history, whose name means all gifted. Pandora lives within us as our curious nature, yearning to conquer chaos, evil, and darkness with the light of knowledge. She is the hopeful voice of our soul that asks the questions, and in doing so triggers the process that brings the answers. Sometimes it is through uncomfortable learning that we find our treasure. Pandora reminds us that the process of learning can take us to places that seem like the end of our world, and yet all is not lost. Even now, the light within you is stirring for new revelation, new life, and new adventure. Pandora is all gifted and all giving. Her presence invites you to forego your belief in judgment. Now is the time to surrender the misplaced guilt that you have brought upon yourself or another, some terrible happening. It is time to let go of the shame-based belief in punishment. This is a belief that you deserve to be brought to task over any perceived imperfection, or that your natural human journey somehow renders you inadequate. Pandora frees the soul from such torment. This is her gift. The human journey necessarily involves learning through experience. There is no shame in your learning process. Pandora's presence is the sign of a new time, a time to swap the notion of inherent shame for the acceptance of inherent divinity. From this moment on, how unstoppable you shall become. Sacred rebellion is happening within your soul as a powerful uprising towards liberation. You are breaking free from the weighty criticisms of the world, from the power games that bore you senseless, and from the insanity of sacrilegious priorities in this world. Dare to disobey anything and everything that is not divine. Pandora is the leader of your soul revolution. She defies the vicious judgments of history and all that has been said about her. She shrugs off misery, despair, and the weight of the world to recognize that she is the bearer of the true and beautiful light of peace, comfort, hope, and reassurance. With her oracle comes the realization that you too are a divinely defiant believer in hope, who shall cast off the works of anyone who seeks to torment you. As this shift takes place, you shall dare to look within your own being and find the light. You are being put on divine notice from the sacred feminine that there is a talent and ability within you that needs to be acknowledged. There is a worthy seed of something beautiful and necessary within you. If you choose to develop and express this seed, step by step, it will become an extraordinary light in your life and in the world. So, poke your tongue out at the naysayers and turn your attention to the bright hope within. You were born to strut your divine soul stuff. Be in the world, not of the world. It is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you, just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it feel like to feel as though you were on holiday every day? Perhaps there would be a softening in your way with life, an explicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed, so that all may be accomplished. It is at an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within it sufficiently enough to surrender our defences, layer by layer, and to nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message to you. Sometimes we need our defences. At other times, it is clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organised, perfect, in control, or financially secure and stable. Nor do you need any other acceptable social face. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You were born to live in a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather than how you have been conditioned to be, you will experience greater joy, freedom, and support. When you are not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. If you have also drawn the oracle of faith in the process, this is a particularly strong message for you. The message is that you are shedding. It might be an identity. It might be a status symbol such as a car, home, or suburb. Or it could even be a socially admired relationship. You are shedding because no matter what the appearances of things are, those old forms were too restricting for you. It is almost like your spirit was trying to walk around in shoes several sizes too small. They were starting to pinch, the seams were ripping, and eventually they would fall apart completely. Likewise, you are being stripped of internal beliefs that are failing you, perhaps externally as well. Whether this seems to be your choice or not, make no mistake. It is your own spirit, in cahoots with the loving spirit of life, that has brought this situation about. So, you are being guided to trust. If you have also drawn the oracle of trust yourself, then you are not only being guided to rely on life, but also on your own inner knowing, because at some level you get it. You understand and know that this is all freeing you. After letting go, there comes a temporary emptiness that provides a greater space for fulfillment to come forth. So what is it that you want to say? The word wants to be written. You might have been taught that creativity is something you have to work hard to access, or that finding your life purpose is so difficult that you must search high and low for it. Yet what you are is within you and wants to come out at every available opportunity. You don't have to struggle so much. It is more about allowing space for it to manifest and to let the energy flow. The real struggle is not in finding something. It is more about letting go of the idea that you need to search for your path in the first place. You see, the process of activating your life path is a natural one. The effort is in getting out of the way, not in making something happen. As for being yourself, that is the foundation from which your true life path will reveal itself. Being yourself becomes easier when you give yourself permission to love, honour, and accept yourself in all circumstances, especially the ones where you might be more tempted to reject and judge. Give the sacred rebel within the opportunity to decide your values, irrespective of whether they meet with general social acceptance. This oracle brings you the message that what you are dreaming of or seeking to do, create, live, or manifest is actually very natural for you. That is why you want to do it. If you experienced controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, you would have found it hard to access your natural state at that time. You would have been too busy trying to adapt and get through the trials of childhood. When you finished navigating childhood and started to let go of who you were taught to be in order to become who you really are, you may have found your life path was not easily accessible. That is simply because your true and natural self was discovered by layers of shame from the early conditioning that you had to be other than you are in order to win love or be acceptable. However, the natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. It is just about chipping away at the walls of shame, perhaps completely, perhaps with a defiant, "Who the hell cares? I am here and I'm going to love myself anyway." This allows you to risk bearing the feelings of any shame that arises as you release old emotional wounds and break away from any restraints to unconditional self-love. The sacred rebel within can empower you to love yourself no matter what, simply because you want to. You might decide to declare, "I am still lovable, so put that in your pipe and smoke it." This will send an energetic message to whomever shamed you in the first place, whether they meant to or not. Your message could be going to a parent, school teacher, sibling, friend, lover, or anyone else that was struggling enough with their own shame wound that they couldn't help but dump it on you. You can be freed to realize that the shame is just an emotion, not a truth, and you can defy any hold it has ever had on you and your ability to love yourself. This oracle brings you the guidance that you are now powerful enough to break the cycle. It is time to stop the shame and claim yourself in love instead. What you want to write, sing, dance, or become is you. It is natural. Drop your defenses, get into the grit, and confront the power that any old shaming has ever had over you. It's finished now. It is time for you to be naked with yourself. Acknowledge how gorgeous you are and get on with your work. Life is urging you to do so, because the work wants to happen. What you want to create wants to be created. The word wants to be written. You just need to let go of any remnants of the past that have been in your way. Step firmly over them and onto your path. Let's end today's reading with our second, I can't speak, dear Lord Almighty, with our second and final healing process. So if you'd like to take part, say the following aloud. I now choose to forgive and release any person, situation or circumstance that has ever been a source of shame or shaming for me, whether conscious or unconscious. I now release this from my body, mind and heart through unconditional love. I choose to claim myself instead. I love, accept and claim all of me under the loving protection and wisdom of life. I choose to live as myself now. I call on the unconditionally loving assistance that life wishes to send me for this journey now. I honour my creative power and my innate worth. So be it. Be kind to yourself. Say this every day for the next few days, or however long it takes for you to believe it. You are worth the effort. Much love, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you again real soon. Lots of love. Bye for now.